So, if you're a professional, maybe in that 40 to 55 age range, you've probably found yourself thinking about a plan B. And I'm not talking about just any old side hustle. I mean something stable, something dignified, something with a real purpose that actually fits into your life. Let's really explore what that could look like.
This is the question that's kind of buzzing in the back of everyone's mind, isn't it? With inflation, crazy fast technology changes, that whole idea that one salary can give you real long-term security, it's starting to feel, well, a little shaky. And this isn't just a feeling. It's becoming the reality for so many of us.
And look, the data totally backs this up. We're seeing research from big names like the International Labor Organization and Deloitte, and it shows it's not just entry-level jobs anymore. We're talking about professionals, people in technical roles, even managers who are looking over their shoulder at AI and other huge shifts. The ground is definitely moving under our feet.
So it only makes sense that people are looking for that plan B, right? A second income, a bit of a safety net. But here's the catch. The solution most people turn to, the classic side hustle, it often promises the world but just doesn't deliver, especially not for experienced professionals who are looking for something with a bit more substance.
Yeah, we're all sold this dream of flexibility and quick cash. But what's the reality for a lot of people? It's fragmented, unreliable income. It's work that, let's be honest, often doesn't feel very meaningful or dignified. You're just trading your valuable time for transactional dollars, and there's no real path for long-term growth.
And let's put a hard number on that. A Bankrate survey found that the median monthly income from a side hustle is just $200. $200. For most of us, that's not a life-changing safety net. It's a huge sign that the usual approach just isn't built for creating real financial stability.
Okay, so what if we just reframe this whole thing? What if this search for a plan B isn't just about patching a hole in our finances? What if it's really about building a life that's more balanced, more secure, and frankly, more meaningful?
This brings us to this really powerful philosophy called true health. The idea is actually pretty simple. Genuine well-being isn't about just one thing. It's only really achieved when three crucial parts of your life are in balance: your physical health, your financial health, and your mental health.
So how in the world do you build that kind of balance? Well, it all has to start on a solid foundation. When you're thinking about a plan B, especially in your 40s and 50s, you can't afford to take a gamble on something brand new or unproven. Stability is absolutely everything.
Just to give you a concrete example, let's look at a platform that's built on a company with a 52-year history. 52 years. For professionals who are, risk-averse, that kind of track record signals integrity, it signals that they're proven, and it's a solid foundation you can actually build on.
The company's story started all the way back in Okinawa in 1974, and over the decades, it grew from this tiny local operation into a global presence. A really huge moment in their journey is getting ISO certified for medical-grade manufacturing. That is a super high bar, and it says a lot about their commitment to quality and excellence.
Okay, so we've got that foundation of stability. Now let's look at the business model itself, because this is really about moving past that gig mindset and into something that feels more like a dignified side business.
And the difference is just crystal clear. Instead of those one-and-done transactional gigs, this model is all about education. It's about sharing knowledge, building real relationships. And instead of that fragmented income that totally depends on how many hours you grind out today, it's designed for long-term, cumulative growth.
Here's a core principle of their compensation plan that I think says it all. Your effort is cumulative. Your progress always builds up. You never, ever go backward. It means your hard work is always valued and it's never lost.
The whole business model is also set up to tackle those common concerns people have about integrity. It's focused on the product, not on recruiting. All compensation comes directly from product sales. The plan is transparent. It's based on merit, and it comes with a full system of training and tools to support you.
All right, let's tie this all together. Let's connect this stable business model all the way back to that core idea of a balanced life. Because a plan B shouldn't be something that just drains you. It should be something that enriches your life.
And this is where those three pillars really come together in a practical way. Your physical health is supported through wellness-focused products. Your financial health gets built through a fair and dignified business opportunity. And your mental health, that comes from the peace of mind of having stability and being part of a community that's actually supportive. So at the end of the day, this isn't just about a business, right? It's presented as a vehicle, a way to actually achieve a more balanced life. The ultimate goal is to have all three of those pillars, physical, financial, and mental health, all working together, all in harmony.
And that brings us to the final question. And this one is really for you to think about. Just forget the typical side hustle for a minute, and instead, ask yourself, what would it actually feel like to build a plan B that's truly founded on stability, designed with dignity, and driven by a real sense of purpose? What could that change for you?